till I ran into the plug. I got the key wrapped up in the Louis V, now they calling me the plug. I'm out in Guatemala with $250,000 fucking with the plug.
Yo, what's up, people? Yo, what's up, people?
In the trap, make plays like quarterback. Put down on a nigga, I'm taking your sack. I came off for 1 gram. Now I pull up the blue lamb. How to break the trans down. The kitchen, I turn it to Michael like Jackson. I'm taking the pot in the beat.
But I'm Nat the GOAT, also known as Nat the Intellectual, also known as the same dude, you know, also known as your grandma calls me handsome. But yeah, that's me.
What's up? It's JJ at JJ the Fifth, also known as I'll Mess With Your Cousin Heavy, aka Woodward Wherewithal, aka Action Jackson. I'm messing with that waxing and flexing.
And it's your boy Mandel, also known as Kim Jong Flex. Also, please support me on Cash App at $. Hey there, you. It's all about consistency. It's a numbers game. It's always that time of the year where I send all my friends dollar Venmo requests and just go from there to figure out who my real friends are.
Decline that every time.
Yeah, but yeah, we got a guest today. Introduce yourself. Let the world know who you are.
Hey man, what it do, man? JiggaThatNigga.com, aka Jaye Newton, aka Sir Poppy Chulo, aka Young Rico Suave, aka your mama's favorite, reporting live. You did.
Yeah, that ready, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
That was the fastest AKs I've ever
Yeah, I'm sitting here
No
like,
government.
No governments, man.
I'm like,
all
I'm-
A-list.
I'm Nat the GOAT, also known as the... Yeah, that's what's
That
up,
came
bro.
out like Desus.
Oh yeah,
It's
man.
your boy.
Man, bro.
It's a thing, man. It's a thing.
Yo, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey man, so I'm a young artist from the east side of Atlanta, Ellenwood to be exact.
Ellenwood area.
Ellenwood
Fucks with
area.
them, they bury
You already know what time it is, man. You know we produce all Negro spirituals, man. All the primetime Negro spirituals come from the east side, man. We're like Wakanda, you know what I'm saying? We got all the vibranium. But yeah, man, you already know what time it is, man. I'm the latest and greatest, you know what I'm saying? Coming from that side, man. I go by the name Jay Newton.
What street? Boulder Crest.
Oh man, we Boulder Crest, River Road, you know what I'm saying? Hearn Road, all that.
Real streets. I love it. I love it. So you got this whole movement going, say Real Men Wear Pink.
Yes,
Can you tell
yes.
us a little bit about that?
All right, so pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Real Men Wear Pink is my latest album that just dropped. It's actually my debut album. You know, it took 3 years to make. In the process of making it, you know what I'm saying, I was in the mood of putting out an EP, and I have a producer who's also Jay Newton. We're like a team, so I call him Jay Newton also. But we were talking about whether we're going to put out an EP or a full project, and through a debate, we end up, you know, getting the full project. And so when it came to that, I was thinking about what we're going to call it, and, you know, people don't know, but I have synesthesia. I have like a mild case of synesthesia.
What exactly?
I can
is that?
see colors. Like I can
Oh,
hear
wow.
colors, you know what I'm saying, with like music. So when we was making the project, like there was like a lot of tones of like dark blues and purples or whatever, but I always kept on seeing pink. So I was just like, dang, like why am I always seeing pink? And it was just like a full circle thing because my grandfather, who I actually got the name Jay Newton from, once he passed, we all wore pink to his funeral. So like in honor of him, and then with the fact that I was seeing pink or whatever, and I Googled it, I was like, Real Men Wear Pink, and there was no music that said Real Men Wear Pink.
Wow.
And so when I went to Apple Music, I was like, okay, this can't be. And I went to Apple Music and searched it, and lo and behold, there's nothing that says Real Men Wear Pink. So me being, you know, a quote unquote marketing genius that's self-proclaimed, I was like, you know, nobody. If you look up Real Men Wear Pink, you're only gonna see me. So I was like, might as well. And it's been a movement since then. I've been very blessed and fortunate since then. It's opened up a lot of doors for me, and yeah, I'm very humbled from it.
Yeah, like, well, I first saw you in October, I'd say. It was actually the first event I took photos at.
Oh wow.
Yeah, wow, kind of crazy to think. 6 months later, but yeah, the first event I took photos at, saw you with my boy Keenan.
Right.
Shout out to Keenan.
Shout out to Keenan Rush.
And then Aziz Gibson.
Yeah.
And it's wild to see then be like, yo, what's up? Meeting your team, like, yo,
Right,
hit me
right,
up on
right.
Instagram, blah blah blah. You know,
Facts.
let's link, let's build. To 6 months later, see you open up for Childish for his show,
Right.
and to see that progress, and it
Right.
was it's an A3C show, so
Right.
going from like a aisle 5 Azizi Gibson opener to like
Right.
this organization within the city that's going to be doing these
Right,
consistent
right.
events. Have you? It was I was out. It took me back. I was like, man, like niggas are really out here growing
Facts.
in 6
Big
months,
Big facts.
and like even I hate that I follow this, but even your Instagram followers
Right.
increased in that period. I know you've been working
Right.
constantly. Can you tell us a
Right.
little bit about like kind of how you went from kind of just the mode you were in, I don't know, 2007 into 2007 and going to the beginning where you got a movement going on in
Facts.
Kennesaw right now.
Appreciate you. Yeah. So like I said, nothing came overnight. We've been working. Well, I've been making music since 2010. You know what I'm saying? I'm 22. I just turned 22. So I've been making music since the 8th grade. And, through trials and tribulations, I found my sound or whatever. We just start getting shows for real in Atlanta in 2016. And, just grinding throughout, just trying to be as consistent as possible led us to like meeting people, meeting connections, and, really building a genuine fan base when it came to the music, first and foremost. And then when I met you around that time, they reached out, and I was like super blessed to even just like have that opportunity to open up for Azizi Gibson because I knew he had a fan base inside the city or whatnot. And so from that, you know what I'm saying?
And his fan base is like interesting.
It is
because it was nothing but white women and like white kids, and it was like it was more like he makes like love songs and whatnot, so it was kind of like
it was
a different crowd.
It was, and then like I didn't know what to expect too because like from my set was like pretty like open, so it could have branched to anybody, but they were real receptive. They're some of my like most loyal fans right now.
That's awesome.
And yeah, so even with that, when it came to the A3C, like I did A3C for the last 2 years, but it was just like real low key stages that they had, but through that I was definitely just like performing my ass off, and they took notice of it. And even with the Childish situation, that kind of came full circle because I met Childish for the first time 2014 when I was just a freshman in college. And I thought they was looking for an intern because I do film too. And I thought they was looking for an intern for film, but he was looking for an engineer. So like I played him like with some of my music, and he was like, oh yeah, it's cool, even though it was trash during that time. And he took down my number. He was like, yeah, we'll get down. And like, of course, he didn't text me back. So I was like, dang, bro, I got dubbed by a Childish Major. And then like just full circle with like the A3C event, like I saw him again at A3C. I told him about the scenario, like, oh yeah, I remember when I met you for the first time and stuff, blah, blah, blah. I gave him Real Men Wear Pink. He listened to it and he rocked with it. And then, he ended up following me on Instagram. And then for A3C to come around and be like, oh, yeah, we want you to open. It was just a whole bunch of just like, everything coming together on God's timing.
Right
yeah.
That's
Big facts.
Facts.
Big facts.
But so like you being up in Kennesaw, how does that? It seems like its own city.
It is.
Like even
It
when
definitely
people
is.
come in, like a lot of people, you go to bars in Buckhead. And it's really only the Buckhead bars.
Right,
But everyone be
right.
like, oh, I go to Kennesaw State. I go to
Right,
Kennesaw
right.
State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of people up there. That's a
Right.
lot of ears.
Yeah.
Also, if you're from Kennesaw and
Nah.
you,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
well,
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah,
is
yeah.
like if you like go to Kennesaw State and you're in Buckhead, you traveled cross country to go to Buckhead.
Big facts. Because 75 alone, listen. This the camera right here. 75. They've been working on 75 since I was probably 5. I promise you. Like I've never seen a highway with so much traffic in my life. I was on the highway for 2 hours today. Like just going to Atlanta.
Dedication.
Oh no,
Dedication.
I understand your trials.
Listen.
I'm done with it.
Whew.
Yeah.
Bless. God bless. But listen, traffic, man, you better get 2 albums, you know what I'm saying, that you can go through. Because listen, but for Kennesaw, it's a blessing and a curse because you have this area that's untapped, nobody ever goes up to Kennesaw. So it's like when I came into college, I wanted to go to Georgia State. That was my dream school. But then when I went to Kennesaw and I saw like the college town, I was like, oh, okay, college town. Then I saw their dorms. I was like, oh, okay, I get my own bathroom and their food is good. I was like, man, I'm going. I literally got sold off of the dorms and the food.
It has a great vibe.
It has a great
when
vibe.
You go up there, I mean, like, and the
I haven't
people
been
are
up
nice.
there.
It's real nice.
Like,
It's real
everybody's
friendly, right?
nice, yeah.
It's like super nice. Like just think about like the drunkest people, and you know how like drunk friendly people are. That's how Kennesaw is all the time. So it's just like you're going around like, hey, how are you doing? It's like, hey, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. And so like I got spoiled from that, and I was like, dang, I want to go to Kennesaw. But then as I got there, it was easy to tap in and like to utilize that untapped material of people because nobody was really rapping. But the people who were trying to rap, you know what I'm saying, you only have slight competition. So it's like it was easy to, just kind of step over people when it came to that. But the problem is like people don't, because of the traffic and all that, people hate going to the city. So it's like if I have shows in the city, people are more reluctant to go to the city because they're like, it's too far or whatever. And likewise with people coming to Kennesaw because they feel like it's too far. So it's like it's a good thing and a bad thing because it's like you have this area that rocks with you heavy, but it's like those hardcore people who rock with you heavy don't always transition into like Atlanta. So it's like I had to build up a fan base in Atlanta myself too, with like people who go to state or people who are in the AUC or wherever. So it kind of was challenging, but I'm glad that I ended up choosing to go to Kennesaw because it made me work 10 times harder to keep up with the people who are relevant in the city now.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, and I mean, it kind of also gives you two platforms.
facts.
To go off.
Facts.
Yeah, and you're
Facts.
not stuck in
Exactly.
one location.
Not limited.
And Kennesaw seems to be like its own school. Like
Yeah.
Georgia State, a lot of kids. I mean, Kennesaw is similar, but not as much as Georgia State. But
Right.
a lot of kids are going to Georgia State to go to Georgia.
Exactly.
So like a lot of people are going to be there and then leave.
Right,
In Kennesaw, people are usually generally going to stay in
Yeah.
Kennesaw. So you can really cultivate and build like a following. You can really
That's-
just build like a fan base, even if you're not a rapper.
Exactly.
Like, just because the same people are going to really be there from
Exactly.
start to finish. Usually.
Exactly.
So that's
Exactly.
beautiful, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Super, super grateful for it. Shout out to Kennesaw State, man. They show love all the time. You dig.
And then you and your team, I saw last time, I don't know if it was for your song or one of the people in your teams, but y'all did like a, what's that movie? Best Man.
yeah. Shout out to Jop Beats, man. So, one of the artists, we have a collective called 808, and APE stands for artist, producer, and engineer. So, he's one of the artists that are a part of it, artists and producers. He goes by the name Jop Beats. He has an amazing album. It's called Ox. Everybody go and get Ox, shameless plug.
How's it spelled?
AUX.
Hey, shout out to that. His album's called Ox.
Listen.
So hand
Listen.
us the Ox when the album comes out.
It's out. It's out right now.
All right,
Go
so
ahead and get it.
We're going to get the Ox.
Look.
We're going to be handed the Ox. You know what I'm talking about?
And it's really
Brand building.
brand building. It's I can say it was maybe top 5 greatest albums last year.
Mhm.
Like I definitely can say that he's probably, and I'll put him at top 3 greatest artists like on the come up in Atlanta. That's including like Childish, that's including Sci-Hi, all of them. I put in the 3, no order, I say Sci-Hi, Jid, and Jock. He's amazing. Like
that's a tall order because
Yeah.
Jid's crazy.
Yeah.
And you also Earth Gang is crazy.
yeah.
So,
I
alright.
definitely can stand behind it.
All
That's
right.
it's
We're gonna pay attention.
yeah, pay attention to that. But his project, his single was called Heart Emojis. So he had a video for it, and we reincorporated the scene from Best Man Holiday. You know what I'm saying? Because we felt like it was something that everybody could remember and everybody can correlate to that. And yeah, we just had a good time with it, man. So shout out to Jock. And it's been getting a lot of love. We put it on Twitter, the full routine, and everybody's been sharing it. So yeah, man. Jop Beats.
How's it feel to be like you said 2014 or 2010?
Yeah.
2010 you started rapping. 2016 you just started getting booked for like shows in the
Right.
city. To 2018 the momentum is like there,
Right.
Because it's like after everything, it keeps getting bigger.
Right.
And that's the cool thing
Facts.
for our view or for
Right.
my view to see like it
Exactly.
getting bigger and bigger. How is that kind of, how does that help you for the future? How does that make you look towards the future?
Right.
What's going on for the rest of this year?
Well, especially from 2010 to 2016, I needed that because it instilled the humbleness. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people expect for things to just pop off of the internet or pop off of being viral, and stuff doesn't happen that way. I mean, it does, but even when it does, it doesn't last. And so that 2010 to 2016 really kind of instilled some type of longevity into me, where I was like, anytime I get an opportunity or get a situation, I know how to handle it because I went through so many failures and so many like hardships leading up to 2016. So with 2016 to 2018 and just seeing the momentum of that shifting, and with us dropping Real Men Wear Pink, I definitely was just more grateful. And it even like just instilled better music. Like I wouldn't have Real Men Wear Pink if it wasn't for all that time from 2010 to 2017. Like it literally took 3 years for us to make that album, and if I was to put it out prematurely, I wouldn't get the same love, and I still wouldn't have the same content that I had on it. So super grateful for just time. I realized, like I said, everything is on God's time, so you can't rush it. And I'm just super excited for how the years following are gonna lead to. Definitely have a vision. I definitely have projects lined up behind Real Men Wear Pink that we've been cultivating and already premeditating on how we're going to push them, what year we're going to take them out, and all of that. So we're definitely not letting up anytime soon.
When you gain that like long-term outlook,
Right.
especially like since you're an artist,
Right.
I feel like it's a blessing.
Facts.
And like definitely not a curse at all. Because if you focus on that short term,
Right.
it almost becomes like depressing in a sense.
Exactly.
And so like having that long term outlook, I feel
Exactly.
like is a super like huge realization.
It
Also
is.
patience for sure.
Yeah, it instills the patience. Like we was talking off air. Like I'm trying to be on that Mount Rushmore for Atlanta. Transitioning to that, but like I want to be on that Mount Rushmore for Atlanta as far as the greatest, because like I'm real big on longevity. I want to be seen as a figurehead inside my city and seen as a figurehead inside music, period, not just limited to rap. So it's like, in order to do that, I have to be patient. I can't expect for things to just work whenever I put it out. I definitely have to grind and win people over. I have no problem with winning people over when it comes to doing shows or just listening to the music. So definitely, that's the goal.
Cool. All right, so you kind of tapped into it, so we can just go straight into topics. Gucci Mane is the first rapper to be a New York Times best-selling author. I was a little disappointed because I was hoping Lil B would have been with his very positive book, but it's cool. At least Gucci did it. I mean, yeah, that's lit. And Jeezy announces his retirement, so like those two kind of things happen. Those are like pillars within the city,
right?
Especially in the rap game. That made me think, who would be on your Atlanta Mount Rushmore? Because I don't know if you
four,
can.
Right?
Yeah.
4, but Outkast counts as 1.
Okay.
Because
cool,
people
cool,
always
cool,
try
cool,
to say
cool,
you
cool.
you can't choose between them.
You can't.
Like, because without Dre,
There would be
Big Boy wouldn't be the same. Without Big Boy, Dre wouldn't. You get tired of it.
Yeah.
Because Big Boy completely sounds different right now with his like
Right.
single albums
Right.
that he's dropping, because he had so much influence from Dre.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. They complement each other, and Big Boy's the better rapper.
Yes.
Like Andre even said that. You know what I'm saying? Andre was the more creative, but Big Boy was the rapper. It was just like the yin and yang.
Yeah.
You can see that because like Andre definitely has chosen fashion more of his like thing.
Right.
And like Big Boy's definitely like still trying to like actually rap.
Exactly.
He's a rapper.
Man, so for my Mount Rushmore for Atlanta, definitely Outkast is right there. Gotta do T.I. Cause his influence, people sleep on it. Oh man, this is so hard. Gotta do Gucci just because of his influence on all of these young rappers. There wouldn't be all of this wave if it wasn't for the Gucci wave. And I have to put Future. Gotta put Future.
Wow.
Gotta put Future. And that was hard. That was definitely hard. Because I love Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel like Jeezy
Not
started.
Ludacris?
I know that I love Ludacris too. Like Ludacris flow is untapped, but I just feel like as far as impact goes and who actually like impacted Atlanta like heavily, I feel like Future's impact on Atlanta sound, especially like going forward when he started singing and going forward as far as like the way he put on producers, like he put on Mike Wills, he put on also with Gucci, but he put on Metro Boomin, Southside, 808 Mafia, all the Sunny Digital. The sound right now for Atlanta really came from Future and his mixtape wave. But Gucci was the head of that, you know what I'm saying?
So my argument always when we talk about Future, because Future is my favorite rapper and I'm a Future stan, but I'm going to try to be unbiased.
Facts.
My opinion on Future is if Gucci Mane never went to jail for the long period of time he did, Future would not have had as successful of a career because all those beats that the producers had went straight to Gucci Mane.
That's definitely accurate. I didn't even think of it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that literally is a thing because that's when his wave came. That's literally when his wave came from like from 2012 to 2015, 16. Yeah, with Future's mixtape run, definitely.
Crazy.
Definitely.
Shout out to Free Bricks. That's one of my favorite mixtapes.
We love Free Bricks. Shout out to Astronaut Status and Streets Are Calling.
Streets Calling. Really,
Streets Calling
is really no skips.
No skips. No, Going to the Moon is my favorite Future song ever.
You know, a Future song is really good that I hated on the radio.
What?
Turn off the lights.
I'm
looking for. I hated that on the radio, but I hear that
Is
now.
that her in the VIP line? The B side, the east of the ride. Drive a Nissan, but she in a Beamer. I don't want her.
Hit that car, it's on. All right, Mando, who's on your Mount Rushmore?
My rap Mount. I have to rethink about this. I remember I put this in a group me one time. I think a group me I said Outkast. I think I said Zaytoven because I'm including producers on the list.
Oh, okay.
Just because. Who was my third and fourth? I can't even remember.
You had Gucci on there, I'm pretty sure.
I was borderline with Gucci Mane.
Did you say Travis Porter? I feel like you.
Nah, I didn't say Travis Porter. I didn't say Travis Porter. That's not an argument. Worth having. I'm not sure who my
That's
other
not
two
an
would
argument
be.
worth having.
Yeah, that's not an argument.
Travis Porter walks, so
No,
Migos
yeah.
can run.
No. It was Travis Porter ran so Migos could fly.
I gotta tweet that around MLK Day next year.
Put it in the archives and the drafts.
Remember for MLK.
As soon as
Put it in the
midnight, as soon as
Hootsuite.
midnight hits.
Just keep it in a Hootsuite. Schedule it now.
Shout out to Hootsuite. Hootsuite sponsor us.
Hey, that's lit.
Yeah.
Shout out Wolf.
Wolf.
From Office.
Huh?
The application from The Office, the show. Wolf.
Oh no.
It's a text message, phone call, email, voicemail, whole nine.
Everything.
Right off the bat, yeah.
Word. Who's on your Mount Rushmore?
All right. So it'd be Outkast, Gucci Mane. I have to put Jeezy on there just because I love him.
Jeezy goes hard.
Like when seriously, like during middle school, like my brother's 6 years older than I am, right? So like,
so it's the same with me because my brother put me on Jeezy.
see, yeah, exactly. So my brother had this like champagne golden Volvo S60, and that thing had like it was like blacked out. Oh, the windows were. It was. I mean, the color was flamboyant, but he had like 216s.
Ooh.
And that thing bumped.
I know it bumped.
And so he showed me. It was like on the way to middle school,
God,
and
he
he's
beat down
driving
the
me, and he
block.
shows me Jeezy, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
That car is like.
and I'm sitting in his like Tropicana owns Deuce. And I'm sitting there, and my brother, that was like the first time my brother and I like bonded.
That's beautiful.
And so Jeezy lands on my Mount Rushmore just because of pure just like nostalgia, right? And I would also put same kind of thing, same dealio as Ludacris.
Well, you put Ludacris on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Ludacris.
Yeah, I mean, he's not technically from Atlanta, whatever, but he grew up
Yeah,
here. And
he went to Redan High School.
He came up here.
He's
from, I mean, like, he lived here. So, I mean, yeah. He came up.
Ludacris is an Atlanta rapper. He is an Atlanta rapper.
Yeah, bro. If you're on Welcome to Atlanta, like, bro, you're Atlanta. Yeah, that's why it's the hard thing because like Ludacris actually has Welcome to Atlanta. So if he's not on the Atlanta Mount Rushmore, it's kind of like,
It's kind of weird. Also, how do you justify leaving T.I. off? I hate to.
T.I., Ludacris, Jeezy are like tied for that like 4 spot. If Shawty Lo was alive too, I would put Shawty Lo. But I like Shawty Lo, but that's other shit.
Yeah,
that's other shit. I like Shawty Lo, but
Hey man.
oh man.
what about you, man?
Gucci, Outkast, Jeezy, Ludacris.
I can respect it.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
so
I've been thinking about this.
We
for a
got the
long
same
time.
one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was gonna brag about how I went to South by Southwest and talk about. Oh, I will talk about the grunge house party though. Yo, I'm sorry, I say this a lot. White people are crazy, right? So we go into this.
Nah,
house.
it's facts. I'm like okay with it
Yo.
at this point, considering like what we were doing in high school and what y'all were doing in high. Y'all were just like hooping.
Yeah, we were hanging out. Yeah, we were hanging out.
White kids like were like.
Yeah.
Like the first ones to do Xanax.
Whippets.
You're all laughing because you all know it's true.
I just want white people to tell me what happened to butt chugging. It like came and disappeared. It was like a myth.
Stop saying our back-to-back stand-up, our black-to-black
You gotta
stand-up
practice
specials.
it. You gotta
bro.
practice it.
That's supposed to be on the span.
Plug you in.
It's supposed to be on the special,
2
bro.
weeks.
This is a judgment-free zone.
2
We'll all
weeks.
laugh. It's
Meet me
okay.
at No Knees. I don't know what time I'm gonna be on. I don't know what time.
Yeah, so yeah, like I went to this house party, a grunge house party, South by Southwest, right? I'm not a big fan of grunge music, but like if I love energy. So if like the drummer's going crazy, I'm like, oh yeah, I love that. So I'm in there, the drummer's going, wow. We're inside, probably the kitchen's about this size, you know. Drummer going crazy. Music stops for a little. This nigga pulls out lighting fluid and starts pouring it on the drum and lights the drum on fire. We're in the kitchen of this house, bro. I'm pretty sure it's an Airbnb too. So imagine, like, bro, like, I'll pull the photos up in post edit so y'all can see, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro, it's the craziest thing I've seen. I'm like, dang, like, should I leave? Like, should I leave now? Cause like this house might catch on fire, right? They stop doing that, move all the instruments outside. Dude's still playing the guitar. Like, band's still playing, move all the instruments to the patio. The drummer goes into the middle of the lawn, gets people to, like, come pick him up in a chair. They lift the drum set all the way up like this in the air, and the drummer starts playing the drums mid-air.
That's gangsta.
The lead guitarist goes on top of the roof and starts playing. I've never seen anything like that. And the cops came, right? Because the music's blasting, the niggas on the roof, like, shit's lighting on fire. Niggas was still lighting shit on fire, like lighting the drum set on fire when the cops were like, hey, noise complaints, y'all gotta leave, and all that. Also, police officers treat a group of white people way differently than black people. But that's another talk for another
Yeah,
time.
I can't even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was like, whoa. It was like the only time like I did it. Like I saw the police and I didn't run. 'Cause I was like, there's people wilding out here. Like,
Nat's in the middle of a group. He's like, you're white, you're white, you're white.
I'm good.
Okay, all right.
And niggas were lighting shit on fire while the cops are. So I'm like, I'm real Gucci at this point. But yeah, that's my South by Southwest experience. That's it. Go to random house parties and yeah, these dudes had masks on too. Like, bro, let me pull up a photo, bro. Like,
Were you almost at like a ritual? Or
bro,
something?
it felt like that. There's a picture I'm gonna post on IG one day when I feel
yeah,
comfortable.
I'm thinking they sacrificed a goat.
Bro, I'm like bro, no joke, bro. Like I would not be surprised if I was on some like end up being a part of the Illuminati or some shit. You know, it'd be off of like accident.
It's
you
more
know?
like some Scientology or something. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't rather. It's like, bro, look at that. Like that's the roof, and then like swipe one over.
The ceiling.
That's them.
The
lighting
ceiling is the roof.
MJ.
This is bad radio.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like it's crazy, bro. Like I have one picture. I have one picture where this lady is like buddy's lighting the shit on fire, like nigga was playing the drums while it was on fire, crazy, and this woman's just like dancing like this, and yeah, it was some weird stuff. I thought I was joining a cult, but it's cool.
Shout out to Texas, man, for advertising the turn up.
Yeah.
Because
Definitely.
everything's bigger in Texas, I guess.
Yeah.
Man. Turn ups.
Yeah. Also, I learned at
Fires.
South by, everybody wants to be a rapper.
Yeah, big facts.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And also, because I'm kind of not new to the music industry. We've been in this for a couple of years, but like, it's a whole bunch of dudes. It's mainly dudes.
You were saying that last night.
Bro, it's a whole bunch of just dudes.
Yeah, and you know what?
And like I'm like these are like some popular rappers like about to blow. You like you think they might have a groupie or two with them? Like nah, it's just them and their manager and their group.
we were with Matt Citron last night,
Shout out to Matt
that's
Citron.
right?
Yeah.
And we're just having like a casual conversation with his girl,
Right.
and we're sitting in like this his boy's kitchen talking to his girl, and she's like, yeah, you know, like I'm always at these things, and I'm like genuinely the only chick here, like all the time. And then Nat's like, yeah, it's all dudes.
It's literally all dudes. And it be like people would be thinking like, oh man, the rappers they got all the girls. Like the rapper got like most likely one girl with them at that time. Unless he's like superstar and he just have girls around. He got most likely his girl, something with them. Everybody else around him is just dudes, and they're not bringing like chicks
At all.
So they come to a party, it's like
They're bringing homies, man.
the girl to guy ratio gets
So sausagey.
very sausagey. A whole bunch of
Hey, whole bunch of
like breakfast sausage,
protein.
a lot of sausage.
Disgusting pause.
yeah. Well, that's all
I
I,
just
have to
heard a
say.
lot of
about South
disappointment,
by
yeah.
Southwest.
Yeah.
Rapper slander. Y'all ain't really got these hoes like y'all say y'all do.
Y'all got sausage. I got beef with China.
Ooh.
Okay. All right.
We're trying to have beef with China.
Yo, hold on. Can we get a round of applause for that transition right there?
I try.
Nah, but yeah, no, China is. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily call it a beef just yet. It's more so like a.
The stocks are acting like it's a beef.
So like, it was like the preemptive
It's more so
thing for the beef. It's so weird because like the stock market tanked. It like corrected basically because the stock market positioned itself so beautifully. The only thing it can be is vulnerable, and so the moment something slips over the edge, like this whole apparent
the
trade
threat.
war,
It's
with
the threat. The threat of
the
terrorists.
thought that
Of
it's gonna
terrorists,
happen.
yeah.
But it's like the worst part about it is, and we try our best not to bring up politics here, but like for stuff like that, when it is a stock market and you are the president, you should not be tweeting shit. Like you shouldn't be tweeting like government stuff like that because the stock market can react to that.
Yeah.
Like that's just not
That's just how
cool. That's
sensitive
niggas.
stuff
That's
is.
niggas jobs. Like
That's the economy. Yeah.
that's like people's real money.
And the thing is, like, that's China's threatening to impose their own tariffs or increase the cost of of imports that we receive from them. So,
That would be lit for China though. Like if
Well,
you
it's
think
more,
about it.
yeah, it's just it's
that'd be
more
real
so
lit for
like
China. That'd be terrible for us, but like
Well, the thing-
they're targeting 148 goods that the U.S. makes, and
I remember like soybeans, one of them.
and
we don't need soybeans. Though. We need almonds.
it's kind of crazy because the top 5 people in China yesterday,
I know what you're trying to say, but
got-
we do need soybeans.
like they gained a tremendous amount of money, and the top 5 American billionaires lost. Crap ton of money.
Comparison to a win-lose scenario. Like
Yeah.
the U.S. would lose more in the situation.
Warren Buffett lost $3 billion yesterday, and he's worth 81.3, I think.
That sucks, bro.
So
If you lost $3 billion, like you down to $70 billion now, like dang.
I'm a 70 billionaire.
Nah, but I mean, in the terms of just like
that's a lot of-
percentages,
That's a lot of
yeah,
money.
That's a lot of
That's
money.
a lot of money.
That's a lot of
That's
money.
people's lives, bro.
Yeah.
People's, bro. Like
That's a country,
that's
bro.
a country. You literally like can like buy a whole country, dead ass.
But yeah, no, this is interesting.
You can buy Sri Lanka easy, bro.
Because there's two
Facts, though.
tariffs, right? There's a China tariff and there's a steel one, right?
The steel one.
The steel one isn't China specific.
The steel one is China specific
It
because
is.
the steel targets Chinese steel, which completely depleted U.S. steel growth and production. Like Pittsburgh didn't, like the steel production facilities
So
basically just like
Stop.
Stop due to
There was
Chinese
one in
steel.
Illinois that went solvent in 2015, and it's just been sitting in limbo. And then immediately when Trump signed the steel tariff, they went back and up and running.
But
so
only-
like it gives people jobs and it's better for us. But I work in manufacturing, and
Your cost went up, didn't
my
it?
costs.
Yeah, they're gonna, yeah.
The only thing that has gone down in the job specifically that I'm in is mass produced material. The things that are more like niche based, well, steel specifically for the furniture industry is very like a low percentage of the production,
Right.
and all of our costs are going up on most of our products. And so, I mean, it's helping people, but it's also just like
It's the world.
See what those Alibaba
got-
prices
Yeah.
looking like.
You can't have
like domestically it's good, but also it's just gonna support inflation out the yin yang.
you can't really have like it's weird to think about like that way. It's almost like thinking about war. Yo, I was like talking to this chick that's like from Cuba, and like we were talking. I was like, yeah, you know, Che Guevara is like my homie. I love Che Guevara, and she looked at me like so like disgusted, and I was like, damn, like you're from Cuba, like you have a completely different like idea
Yeah.
of that war, like revolutions and stuff like that than oh my bad, than I do. So it's just real cool. It's real cool. Actually, it's cool and like sad that everything is like
Right.
it's not win all. Like everyone's not gonna win. Some lose, some win. You know.
It's perspective based.
Yeah. It is.
Cubans that immigrate to the United States are full blown conservatives.
Yeah.
Like they're Catholics, they're conservatives, and believe it or not, like they voted for Trump.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
They're Latino. I mean, it's straight up like they experienced the worst of what communism has to offer, and it's just they have completely.
They didn't really
different
get. All right,
perspective.
I'm not gonna go on this topic. I could talk about this all day. They didn't really get a chance to really experience what communism was like because like we had an embargo against them, and you know, didn't let people trade to them. So like it's not like they could do anything. And then our main enemy as a country would have been their only ally. So
Right.
and we didn't want them coming into our side of the country or side of the world. So it's just but let's change topics. Let's talk
Yeah.
about Facebook.
For sure. So, so the thing about Facebook came out, and it's they used 50 million people's information,
Okay.
and without them knowing, and it hasn't really been confirmed yet, but it may or may not have helped some part of either party of the election or both. So kind of it's like, how do you feel about that? I don't know.
I definitely feel like Facebook has too much power. I definitely feel like even the fact that just think about it, everywhere that you sign up for, it doesn't say hey, you can sign up through your Instagram. You can sign up through your Twitter. It says you can sign up through your Facebook. It's like
Or
it's just
Gmail.
or Gmail. You know what I'm saying? It's just making the world. It's making the world more bot stands so they can find you easier. Like and the fact that the feds can literally be like, oh, okay, this is a male that lives here, that goes here, that is signed up to here with this Facebook alone. Like I don't know. I have a real like phobia of like government like involvement in your life. Like I'm real conscious of all that. I don't know if y'all seen Black Mirror, like, and you seen like the little like the webcam joint. Like I definitely keep my thumb on the webcam. I'd be like, you know,
Shout out to the NSA.
shout out to all of them.
But nah, when it comes to that though, that's more so just like monetizing data or user data.
Yeah.
That's the only reason they want to know it, so they know what to advertise to you,
Yeah,
and how to make money off of you.
Yeah,
How to-
that's
Like more times than not, like there's not. I know it's like the thing on Twitter, like my FBI agents watching me. Like, yeah, first of all, it's probably not the FBI, it's the NSA. Second of all, unless you're actually doing something, or you have some keywords pop up in their algorithm that detects you, like, no one's really watching you.
You know what's crazy though? Like we say the FBI is watching. Yeah. Sad stuff. But like they had like warnings against the dude that did the shooting in Florida.
For real.
Yeah. And like they couldn't like was it him or was it was someone that they
So
had
it's
some signs or something, but it was the FBI.
There
that-
were the FBI. It was like 32 notifications about this person.
Oh.
There was like some crazy amount of notifications. in their branch down there.
But isn't that wild? Like, cause we like make the
Right.
jokes like, oh, they're watching this, but like,
No, they
But,
can.
like,
They can
are
definitely.
they, though?
No, they can.
but like,
if it's-
are they though? Like, are they really like?
Right.
I feel
really
like they.
I know you have
could.
your phobia,
It just takes.
Jay, but-
It just takes the resources. I was thinking about. Are you really gonna pay somebody to like look at random people through their phone? Like that's a lot of money
That's a lot of money.
for a highly skilled person that's gonna.
This-
Highly skilled labor.
That's
Yeah.
the the thing about this whole the Facebook thing is that
Can I say something? Real
Yeah,
quick?
you
Yo,
can say
shout out to
something.
me like being sober like for this episode, so I can like talk.
yeah.
Instead of retreating these topics, usually it's lit. You know, sober life. You know, live sober, guys.
So the big quarrel that I have with this is that how the hell did you not think that they were going to use your information? You're signing up for a free service. This gives you you put your personal information down.
Oh yeah.
You let the internet know who you're friends with, exactly what you're saying, and when that blue box shows up when you download an app, would you rather not just click continue as
Right.
yourself
Yeah.
or sign up, create an email, password, or just hit that blue box and just be like, okay, well, Facebook logged me in.
No, yeah, that's fair. I mean, like you're giving them the information, whether or not
Yeah.
you think about it like that or not. So
Right.
if you're
Yeah.
willingly giving it to them, you can't. I don't think you can realistically get mad about how a service decides how it makes its money based off of information that you willingly gave them.
Yeah. And this whole like delete Facebook movement.
That's a movement.
Yeah. There were a lot of people deleted their Facebook this week.
Like
And,
delete their Facebook.
Like deleted their account, like deleted
That's
their
hard, though.
Facebook.
People
And
should do that more often. I did that.
I remember
once.
those
It's
Facebook
beautiful.
statuses thing where they were like, people made those statuses like, I don't co-sign to signing my data over to Facebook. You ever seen those before?
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like, there's no
My
legal
grandma
precedence in
posted
that.
that,
Like,
My grandma sends me that all the time. I'm like, thanks, grandma.
I was like,
appreciate it."
Zuckerberg doesn't care.
Yeah.
He really doesn't.
Speaking of these tech companies not really doing good things, yeah, Uber autonomous car crash and kill somebody, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Dang, this is real morbid, man.
Oh, see,
Damn.
this ties into something I was thinking about the other day, like the dangers of like, just because like we're so early in the autonomous like electric car wave.
Right.
Because my neighbor's Tesla, like the door opened by itself. He wasn't even in the car, and like I was driving by, it almost hit me because I was turning to the driveway. I was just thinking like, that's just like a feature that they're working on. Like that's like a
Right.
bug. You know what I'm saying? Like the door just opened by itself. It's a nice car, but like
Are you
Well-
getting in a self-driving car?
not self-driving. Maybe it has self-driving capabilities.
Right.
See,
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So
yeah.
I got in.
Oh,
My buddy works at Cadillac.
oh,
okay.
Cadillac has a self-driving car. Yeah.
So we're in an Escalade. We're on the
Hold
highway.
on, what? It's a self-driving Escalade?
Nat's
that
ears
makes-
just perked.
That's so player though.
We're in. Okay, it's crazy. We're on the highway. He like, I don't know what happened, but like pressed a button. His hand's off the wheel. It's moving itself. I was like, I don't like this. Please,
Because
please go
it's
back to manual.
because it's like I feel like if it's just like in a lane, it's fine. But if it's like switching
Yeah,
lanes, like if it's like hella traffic, if it's like something dangerous incoming, I couldn't see an autonomous car like, I don't know, handling like a human person would, in that situation.
And they're all only programmed to go on certain streets that have been mapped out.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's mostly just highways because they don't have the programming yet to deal with all
Back
the
roads
the
and all that,
hoopla
yeah.
and
Because
people
Google
cutting you
would have
off.
figured it out by now. As many times I see the Google Maps van
Right.
driving around, or
Right.
not van, but the little Prius that they drive around.
Facts.
So, I guess the question after these couple topics that we've asked: can you trust tech companies?
No, man. AI. What's the name? AI. AI is the devil, bro. Artificial intelligence. Like
Elon Musk over here.
it
Yo.
is like you gotta think about it. We're really like just digging our own graves because literally the job what's the name community is gonna be over because we're gonna have so many things that are dealing with technology that you can't do manually, and we're just trying to rush so fast to compete with Asia. You're not gonna be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's not our lane. We're not supposed to pretty much digitize the whole world. Like, that's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be some type of manual labor. Truck drivers are literally gonna lose their jobs because there's gonna be self-driving trucks. You're gonna lose jobs when it comes to just like the manual things in factories. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs. We're digging our graves. You know, the world is about to be over. You know, robots is going to take over the world. iRobot, Will Smith is going to have to say today. You know,
How
Dude,
great would that
R.I.P.
be?
his dog.
R.I.P. man. Shout out to Max.
But how great would that be if Will
That was a different
Smith?
movie.
Oh damn, it was different.
If Will Smith saved,
If
No,
Will
he
Smith-
always does the apocalypse movies like the I Am Legends, the iRobots,
Yeah, I got that.
Independence
real
Day
confused.
is kind of an apocalypse
Independence
movie.
Day. He loves saving the
for
world,
sure.
man. I'm telling you,
Dang.
all you need is Will Smith. And
All you
gotta
need,
get that on a shirt.
I saw that thread. It was like, what happens if Phil Collins didn't fill the air tonight? And then it was like, what happens if Will Smith didn't get jiggy with it? That was hilarious.
That's actually hilarious.
shout out to Will Smith, man.
Dang. Y'all been watching basketball lately?
Of course,
So, Loyola.
man. Shout out to them.
Shout out Sister Jean.
Yeah, she's dope.
she said she didn't even have them winning on her bracket.
Dang.
Well, I bet she
It
had
be your own
multiple
people.
brackets.
She said she didn't care though. She's still rooting for him. So
I'm just happy that this tournament, it got real mixed up.
Right.
Like, like Kentucky's out. Kentucky's out. Gonzaga's out.
Virginia was gone. And then season
Yeah,
was on.
Virginia. I mean, who thought
That-
the
yeah.
UNBC?
The first time ever, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean,
the women's basketball did it, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
gotta give them credit. I can't-
yeah. Give credit where credit's due. But in men's basketball, they're the one time out of 135 times for that to happen.
That's beautiful. Yo, that's crazy, man. Life's amazing. like it's really weird because like there's a lot of things you don't expect to happen,
Right.
and then it happens, and then like it's over. Like Cubs win the World Series.
Right.
It was like, wow, the Cubs won the World Series.
Yeah, and like all those old people who've been just like waiting their whole entire life.
Same thing with the Cavs, man. The Cavs won
Cavs.
the finals. Like
The Eagles. This is like it's like all these things. You're like, this would never happen. Like,
Right.
It's like year though. I mean, it's like for past couple seasons of the underdog.
Right.
It's really what it feels like, just because this Sweet 16, it's crazy just because Loyola Chicago, there's
I think that's the name of the podcast.
Loyola
episode.
Chicago. Oh, which was
It's the year of the
underdog.
Yeah.
Is it Nevada?
No,
Or they
Nevada
beat-
lost.
No, that's who they beat.
There's a Loyola Chicago.
There's just so many no-name teams.
Right.
Not Kennesaw, Kansas State. They're shocking people.
Florida State.
Florida State.
Florida
Yeah.
State. Yeah,
They're
because everybody
balling.
had them in the Sweet 16. I had them losing both of my brackets the first round.
Yeah, my bracket's so trash. But yeah, But yeah, man, this is crazy, man. Life's wild, man. It's just cool to 6 months later, the first time I took photos at a concert venue, and like all those photos were trash. There's like a couple that were like really decent, but a lot of them were just trash. Literally the first time I ever took photos like that. First time I met Tenzin. First time I
raw.
Tinzin's crazy with
so
it.
raw.
And he was
raw.
telling me setting, like he was like, "Oh, do this to your settings, this and that, third." Man, my photos still turned out trash. First time I met him, and then the next like later that week took shot the Black concert,
Over.
and then like to go to see meet you then with your
Right.
team when I was first kind of making like putting my foot down on the
Right.
ground, running and stuff. To have you on the podcast now, and we're at way two completely different places.
Facts. Big facts.
That's beautiful, man.
It is.
Yeah, that's real cool.
Real quick, white guy question.
Yeah.
Okay, so Black, right?
yeah.
It's 6 because it's zone 6, right?
Yeah. I mean, he gives different like
Yeah.
reasons, but yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify that just for, one, people for who didn't know.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to
two is-
Black repping our side. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we Wakanda.
But yeah, actually though, Ellen Wood for the past 10 years has produced almost all the talent out of Atlanta.
Hey, Listen,
except for like Thug. But you can even almost throw him into that because like
he comes over.
He's in Jonesboro.
Yeah,
and then that 285. What is it? 575.
We got
675. That 675 to
Yeah.
connect 285 and 75.
Excuse me,
Niggas know that.
it's not Thug anymore. It's
sex.
It was Thug.
Sex.
It was Young Thug, Jeffrey, then Young Thug again. Now it's Sex.
Yeah, it's sex.
All right, my bad. Sorry, Sex.
And sex gotta drop a tape.
But it's not like capital S lowercase e and then lowercase
like dollar
X.
sign,
No, but
yeah.
it's SEX. It's like he's yelling at you.
Sex.
he has to sample
Is
Kendrick
he
Lamar.
like in a rebranding phase?
I don't know, because it's weird, because he also has said before in an interview that he doesn't like sex that much, that he doesn't really care for sex. Like
He's
that
really
is-
just trolling.
Yeah, but it's just, I guess it's weird. Now niggas can tweet shit. Like, niggas can tweet shit or comment shit or post something on Instagram
About sex.
or, no, about anything. And then all of the media
Oh yeah,
will
bro.
eat it up like it's a real story. Like, Fader will write a full-on report about it. Rolling Stones will put something about it. Rolling Stones stays pretty consistent with their content.
Yeah.
I like that Migos cover. But yeah, I'm just rambling now.
No, I mean, I love just like really, since we're an Atlanta-based podcast,
Right.
I love it repping Atlanta.
Right, facts.
And like, are you a Falcons fan?
I'm not. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm not. But it's
Well-
only because of the Vit situation. Because I was a diehard Vit fan. You know what I'm saying? That
Facts.
hurt me.
Okay. All
That
right.
hurt me.
Atlanta lost a lot of fans.
Listen,
because of that.
yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely was one. I was young. That was my childhood hero. Like, you know what I'm saying? I came out was just like Vic. So like the way that I felt like they did him in the end, and like how they didn't want to claim him, and you know, seeing like the fan base like chastising him, like I was like, nah. So I'm a Cowboys fan.
Cowboys.
That's
No.
real.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah,
real.
through and through. You know what I'm saying?
You
Through,
chose
bro.
Americans, team.
Yeah. But I show love to, you know what I'm saying, the Falcons. Like, if they're not playing the Cowboys, then shout out to the Falcons. But, yeah.
You big Zeke guy?
Yeah, I am. I feel like he just has to get his situations, like, handled. But, yeah, I think he's going to be a great
Just
player.
grow up a little bit.
Just got to grow up. He's gonna learn.
Yeah. Did it kind of scare you how bleak their offense was without Zeke?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
We were definitely
Dak was-
exposed.
Dak was a little overrated the year before.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
I just didn't have any clue that Zeke made him that much better.
Yeah, because it's like that's our bread and butter.
Y'all's
Like
offensive
our
line's
offensive
fire.
line is amazing. It's like when your offensive line is amazing, like you utilize it to run. And it's like we're a real run based team. Like though we have Dez or whatnot who's great, but we still are run first. So like that's what makes our offense so dynamic is when you can switch it over to like passing and still be great. But I don't know, man. We gotta tighten up. But shout out to them boys.
Yeah. But it's kind of crazy just talking to the NFL. NFL never really stops. We're only 4 weeks away from draft day.
Right.
And
crazy.
we're technically in the new season.
The NFL draft is so far from like their off season though. It's so annoying. Or
Yeah,
from
it
the
is.
end of the season, it's so
It is.
annoying. Like I don't
Wait forever.
It's just dragging it out for no. I like that the NBA is like NBA
Right,
season
yes.
ends and like 3-4 weeks later, bam.
Exactly.
I don't want to see. I don't care about the combine. I used to care about the combine,
Right.
but now like no one's running 4.2. No one's running below 4.2.
Right. We get it.
Yeah, like niggas, people are fast.
We fast, bro.
Yeah.
We fast, bro. It's cool, bro.
Someone just did actually run a 4.2, but not on the NFL combine.
Is it the
It was
track
actually
dude? Coleman dude
Yeah.
from Tennessee?
Yeah.
Shout out to Atlanta. Hold it down.
Yeah.
Norcross, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out
Yeah.
to dang. G-Co and East Atlanta have produced so much for the city.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, I think that's it.
I
guess.
I was going to talk about our free agency, but I mean, it was kind of just we have beefed up our offensive line, got a tight end from San Francisco, and re-signed the guy that won't die. So,
Oh, Matt Bryan.
Yep.
Bro, shout out to Matt Bryan. He lived. Like Matt Bryan definitely has to have his jersey retired because he saved Atlanta's ass so much, so much.
Is he still the highest scoring Atlanta Falcon?
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. You know, and Matt Ryan still hasn't come to a contract agreement. So
Nice.
that, yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, so that's a little frightening.
Yo, Lamar Jackson to the Falcons.
Listen.
Trade Matt Ryan away.
Listen.
Let's get Lamar.
I will come back.
Second.
Listen, I'm telling you, and Vic already co-signed him too, man. Look, man. And Vic,
Make
we
this
trust,
happen.
bro. He said Lamar is the next one. He said he's better, bro. I'm definitely rocking with it.
Shout out to Vic's cameo
Oh yeah,
in
most def.
Atlanta.
Yeah, that was really funny.
That was funny.
But if he doesn't go to the Falcons, make your way over to make your way over to them boys, man. You already know,
Y'all
man.
got Dak.
I mean, we love just talent. You, I don't care what you could do, man. We can find a way. We'll find a way.
I can race him. Man, you can't beat Vic. He's just said he's raced 7 people in a row. I might have a chance.
Hey, look, we go through all types of talent. We go through running backs. We go through quarterbacks.
Dang.
Hey, man,
Well,
come live out all your dreams at Dallas.
America's team.
At America's
that is
team.
America's
Living the American dream
Yes.
through monopolies.
Dang. Well,
But for real though, shout out all your like social media.
Yeah,
and
definitely
everything.
do
Oh yeah, so you can find me everywhere at Jaye. Remember the E because people forget the E. Jaye. E stands for East Side, Newton. Or you can find me at jnewton.com. Or you can find me at jiggathatnigga.com. It's gonna take you the same place, but I just felt like that was a cool ass domain. I had to I had to buy it. And yeah, so you can find Real Men Wear Pink available everywhere streaming. All you have to type in is Real Men Wear Pink. Make sure you go get Ox also by Jot Beats.
Go get
You know what I'm
that.
saying? Shout out to 808 in the building. Yeah.
well, yeah. Well, this is the plug presented by Hammy the Ox.
Plug.
Thanks for coming out. Yo. This is the 2018 is the year of the underdog.
2018 is the year of the underdog. Only
I was
direction
jugging,
is
finessing,
up.
and flexing
Peace.
till I ran into the plug. I got the key wrapped up in a Louis V. Now they calling me the plug. I'm out in Guatemala with $250,000 fucking with the plug. Touchdown on a nigga, boy, stack. Then I brought it to the finessing, I'm jugging the plug. In the trap, making plays like quarterback. Touchdown on a nigga, I'm taking your sack. I came off of one ground. Now I pull up the blue lamb. How to break the trans down. The kitchen, I turn it to Michael like Jackson. I take in the pot and I beat it. I'm mixing the chemicals, turn to a chemist. The people that call me a genius.
I'm recording my album.
I was
Alright,
throwing
look.
for the plug, sticking them up for the
Here for it.
drugs. Pull off in the rape and I'm pouring the pipes in the mud. Flushing the pot like white water. I flip it, they calling me flipper. They calling my Motorola for zipper. I'm out in Jamaica with strippers.
Yo, so
Hundred man,
cap. We're not.
Me
ending
real
yet.
money, hit a lick on the plug. More money, I'm
You
blowing.
still gotta do the plug freestyle moment with Jay Newton. We got what beat you want first? You want Dougie?
I'm gonna end it with Dougie.
Ooh, so let's get that
Yeah.
Ooh, what I send you before?
Lemonade.
Lemonade.
Shout out to the Six.
Yo, this again, this is the plug freestyle moment.
Yeah.
We're bringing you hot freestyles from the hottest artists in the city. Bless your ears.
Fresh off the plug.
Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Tell me, yeah. Hey, yeah. Whoa. Jay Newton, yeah, you know they call me Jigga. Flow so sick, ooh, I been that nigga. Go figure, bouncing on the beat like Tigger. And you know this off of the dome, I got that trigger. No trigger fingers, I got Twitter fingers too. I don't give a damn, shawty, you know who this who. Who did who, I'm from KSU. You already know, East, I do what it do. Flowing got the flu, yeah, you know I'm super groovy. So sick, I am about to shoot a movie.
Ooh.
I be going in, and this is the Talk the Dome. And you know I just roam, boy, I'm always in my zone. And I'm wearing pink like Timmy Turner. Flow so sick, and you know I keep that burner. I got the nine, just like Romo. Flow so sick, I drop your jaws just like Domo. Oh shoot, I'm going super slow-mo. But I ain't don't act. My flow sick, I don't lack. I go in every time and you know that I got that pack. But I do not blow and I do not chief. And you know I got brothers and they all smoke that reef. Yeah, I'm talking about that reefer. My flow sick and you know I'm high like Wiz Khalifa on the top of the dome. And you know I just roam cause I'm always in the zone. And I'm about to get to it cause you know we on the plug. And you know I go in and I don't have a slug. But I'm about to get it cause I got it mowed the other day. And you know my mama just called me. She said, Jay, okay, you gotta kill it when you come over and freestyle. Flow is iller and you know I'm being super wild. I'm about to keep on going and I'm about to hit that Dougie. Everybody know that yo main girl, she love me. And okay. Throw out words, throw me words.
Shout out to DJ Hebrew, producer here. He been helping us out. We out here. You do words?
Yeah. She said plug. Plug. I'm about to start with plug. Okay. Listen. Ladies and gents, take your tent so you can see me clearly. The game's fatigue, I make them weary. No wolf gang, I kill them all moving fast. While you start this off the top like waterfalls. Watch my friends show they true colors like leaves. Now all I'm trying to do is fit in like good weaves. Got that 90s steez, high top with the snapback. Spitting this poetry, now my audience gonna snap back. And you know we on the plug. I be going in, I'm at the bottom like a bug. But I'm headed to the top and you know that I will not stop. I go in and you know they bout to call me pop. All I'm missing with your mama, I do not like no drama. I bring it back just like karma. And you take the ox, I'ma keep on going past it. I be going in and you know I don't care. I let it blast and I be spazzing on the beat. And I got Adidas on my feet. You know I'm elite and you know I'm with your mama and you different house. I be going in and you know that I do not get your thoughts. But I'ma keep on catching the beat. Even though this week started. And you know I'm going in, I'm ballin' like I'm James Harden. I gotta be like James Harden. And you know I'm going in, I'm going in. And guess I'm Harden. Did you catch it? My flow is so sick and you know I be going precious. And I'm spitting and cracking, I do not know how to act. And you know I've been a man just like this computer. My jack. Man, I'm spitting on the mic. And you know I beat it up. And you know I get your girl just like a dyke. And you know I'm flowing super stupid. Yes, alright. I can go on forever. My flow sick, and you know this is some crazy weather. Cause we living in Georgia and it's still kinda windy. My flow so sick, I had a girl named Mindy. And Mindy had a friend, and her friend name was Cindy. And when she came over, man, I was like, girl, there's plenty. Was over here, so you know we just had a ball. And you know that I go and I be going, and you cannot call me right now. I'm on DND. I seen two yo girl just like me, and I been had the wave like a dude rag. And you know I go in every time I'm zoom. I'm making up words, goddamn. You already know. Go figure, and you know I like figures. Still I be going in, I feel on your way, she got figures. Okay, I don't even know what else to say, but you know that I rep the A-OK.
This is the plug freestyle moment. Jay Newton out here dropping hard bars.
From now on, don't even spit a freestyle if it's not gonna go in. Alright, that's a good standard, bro.
Actually, don't even come if you're not gonna freestyle.
Yeah, man, you gotta freestyle, man.
He set the bar.
Set the bar real high.
With his bars.
And we ain't talking Zans.
No Zans.
No football or ladders. Just straight poetry.
Poets.
No prison.
No handicap stars.
Yeah. Alright.
Onex free.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah.
My name is Zach.
Yeah, man.
Plug.
was jugging, finessing, and flexing till I ran into the plug.